Hi, I'm Michelle Reeves and I live at 171 Auburn East Lane, Coralville. So we first came into the area, moving from out of state, looking at houses, and we're really struggling finding what we wanted. We went to look at some possible new builds. It was going to take too long, years down the road. So we really wanted to find a house that we could get into right from the start and call home. So we did find a beautiful lot with some great, good basics of the home. But there were some things that we had had in the past, the open concept from the living room to the kitchen, that we really could not find. So we reached out to Rod's group and had them walk through the house before we even bought it with us, to look and see what could we do to make this house our home. Caleb came and he brought with him a carpenter, an electrician, a plumber, because one big thing we wanted to do was tear down a wall to open up the kitchen to the living room. And we needed to know, is that even feasible? We had to move all the plumbing in order to create a large island with seating, because the kitchen is the heart of the home, and we wanted that to be the main focus, open to the living space. Watts Group did a phenomenal job of, when they did the demo, of keeping intact all of the cabinetry. We had beautiful cherry cabinets that we were able to reuse to create the island, so we could stay within our budget by reutilizing a lot of what was already there. Then extending into the living room, we took down a very dated entertainment center just to make an open wall. We redid the fireplace to make it a floor-to-ceiling stacked stone. Again, just to update it, modernize it, and then just make a very big, open, beautiful space. Another major change we did was converting what would be the dining room into a wine room. When you come in right to the left, the first room you see actually is this wine room, and it already had a niche that we used as a base, and really wanted to make that a glass enclosed, temperature regulated wine cabinet, which I have to say, it took a lot of research. Caleb was phenomenal of getting extra resources and reaching out to people he needed to know, to make sure that the ductwork was done properly and it was all done, and it is honestly our favorite room in the house. It's absolutely beautiful, and we wouldn't change a thing with that. And then lastly, another one we did was the primary bath, of just updating it. It, from today's standards, would be maybe a little bit of a smaller master bathroom. So we took out the vanity tub that we don't use anymore. Kids are grown. The shower was a good size, but it was all enclosed. So we made a half wall, opened it up with all more glass to make it much more spacious. We used marble tiling just to update it and make it kind of timeless and beautiful. It's just gorgeous. Now we have natural lighting into the shower. The whole room looks bigger and more spacious. I'm completely satisfied, and we absolutely love the home. There's really, I don't think, one little thing we would have done differently. Everything went well, from being on time. We were living in it, the middle of the job, which is really hard to live in a remodel. So every person that came in was very professional, was very courteous. They were cognizant of our time and that we were home and still living in it. So that was really huge when you've got people coming and going in the middle of a remodel. I had a great experience with all of Watts, starting from the beginning of the process with the design team. We had to, figure out the wall, how we're going to redo the cabinets, and they also were really good of connecting us to other sources, from the flooring to the cabinetry to the mirrors and the glass wine wall. There was so many components, and it really wasn't a single team. They were really good of getting us to those sources and finding what we needed. If someone were to be talking about remodeling, I would refer them to Watts Group, hands down. They had such a great team. They were very professional. They were completely on time every step of the way. If anything changed, I was notified. I could not be any more impressed with every bit, from the start of the process, the middle of the process, to the finishing up and conclusion of the project.